And this is the coagulation cascade. There's three pathways. There's the extrinsic pathway, intrinsic pathway, and common pathway. It just so happens that the extrinsic pathway is how our clotting factors are primarily activated. This is with damage to endothelial tissue, like the tissues that line our blood vessel walls. So take care of your blood vessels, and good luck memorizing this coagulation cascade, unless you're an anticoagulation pharmacist. But before we initiate the clotting cascade, it's important to note that clotting factors are made in the liver. So your liver cells have nuclei with DNA in them, and then genes in the DNA are expressed, and the RNA that came from the gene is then processed by your ribosomes, and they create proteins. Clotting factors are proteins, and then they spill into the bloodstream as they wait to be activated. And then they are processed by the liver as they turn over, and then we create more clotting factors, trying to maintain a perfect level of clotting factors, not too many, not too little. And each one has very specific half-lives, so take care of your liver. So, this is tissue factor. It's a protein that is located on the outside of the cells that line the blood vessel walls. When there is injury to the blood vessel walls, tissue factor is activated. So it's also called factor 3 or thromboplastin. And once it's activated, it's going to latch on to factor 7. And now we are starting the coagulation cascade. I did this little cupping action to kind of represent the conformational changes that are happening when these factors are activating each other's, like enzymes are cleaving different parts of these factors. The point is that after all of this cupping, we eventually get to our final factor, which is fibrin, or factor 1A. And here it is, the stable fibrin clot. But maybe our blood vessels have been getting injured too much and we're making too many blood clots, or one big blood clot. Or maybe our heart isn't as strong as it used to be. Or maybe we've just been sitting for 16 hours straight and now the blood has pooled in our leg. And point being is that these type of clotting factors can float around in our bloods in inappropriate situations and particularly cause clots in our veins due to that poor return to our heart. And this can cause complications like deep vein thromboses in places like our legs, as well as clots in our lungs with a pulmonary embolism or in our brain with an ischemic stroke. Fortunately,